All right, Janice. First of all, I'd like to thank you for agreeing to do this and sharing your experience. And as you and I discussed, this is not to be scripted. This got to be your story, not mine. And if there are questions, I will candidly ask, and then you speak out from the bottom of your heart. As this is not supposed to be a commercial, this is supposed to be a message to patients that their teeth could very well be saved, and that your story should be listened to, and then they can kind of fit it in their context and then make their own decision, and informed decision. So having said that, I want to thank you to agree that this be shared, and whether it's on any source and social media and so forth, this is not supposed to be anything that should be hoarded here. It's so good that we need to share it on, and I want to thank you again, not enough that you are willing to do this. Having said that, I would like to first ask you to share your general experience with our office since the beginning, and what you found that was good, and not necessarily all good, but what you found that could be improved. So it's all yours, Janice.
Okay. Well, thank you for the opportunity to speak to other patients. I've had a recurring issue with an abscess on one tooth, and I was referred to Dr. Nguyen by my dentist. I love this office. The attitude is wonderful here. I have nothing bad to say. The procedure that Dr. Nguyen suggested was excellent. He let me know that after the laser surgery, I might have some discomfort, some pain issues that night of maybe 5 to 7, but I have a high tolerance for pain, and my pain was probably a 1 or 2 and was controlled by regular Tylenol. I followed the instructions to the letter, using the hot packs, using a non-alcohol mouthwash and warm salt water. I've had no issues. I've had a little longer recovery because I do have an autoimmune issue, but it looks like today I'm graduating. And I started taking extra calcium after Dr. Nguyen did mention that an autoimmune disease could impede my healing of the bone.
Excellent, excellent. And during this whole time of healing, were you kind of concerned that this may not be healing, and or you kind of knew deep inside that it was on its way to recovery?
Coming in every few months and having the x-rays taken, I could see progress, but it was small. Between the time I was here last 3 months ago and today, I assume, taking the extra calcium, the healing process really speeded up.
I see. And one other question, a few steps back, was you mentioned 1 to 2 out of 10. Was it the same day of the surgery, or was it the next day?
That was that evening.
That evening. Okay.
Surgery.
Okay. Do you remember how it was the next day when you woke up? Was there more pain, or was it the same? Or
it was the same.
The same?
Throughout,
Okay.
and it was just Tylenol took care of it. I didn't have any bleeding. I didn't have any other issues with the gum. I think the laser is the way to go.
Okay. And more importantly, more than the laser, because the laser was just the tool. More importantly, it's the fact. I want to applaud Dr. McInnes, first of all, who referred you here, because he believes in saving teeth. But I applaud you for following his recommendation and ultimately my recommendation, because we know today that it was all worth it. But back then, it took somebody to make an informed decision and make the jump, and you did, but the laser was only part of the reason. I think it takes the decision to save the tooth. And if you could tell us more about the decision process. Was it hard, or you just kind of trusted Dr. McInnes and
I
trusted me?
You and Dr. McInnes,
Okay.
and I believe in trying to save my teeth, and it was an easy decision after the consultation with you.
And maybe for those who listen, they probably don't know, but we attempted to do a retreatment first, right? And that was with laser, and that didn't work. So we said to go to Plan B and do the surgery, and ultimately it was well worth it. But from the beginning, you knew this could be necessary, is to go to Plan B. And
okay,
and that's the other thing is people are necessarily told the big picture. So you don't mind kind of rewinding a little bit and tell about the first time we met, how, if there was anything special, of course, how you felt that day in terms of making the decision. Was it any different than times you've had consultation before, or it was the same? Because that's ultimately the key for people, is sometimes they're just told to have something done and they don't ask questions, or they don't get to ask questions, you know? So tell us your story back then. And again, it doesn't have to be all good or bad. It's got to be whatever your experience was.
Right. So I came in, and after the initial consultation, I was given two options. We could either try and retreat with a tsunami.
You remember that?
Canal. I do remember that. Root canal, or just go directly to surgery.
Uh-huh.
And I made the decision, along with my husband, to try the root canal. And when that didn't work, I was still having issues with the abscess and all kinds of things. And decided, okay, we're just going to do the surgery, we're going to get it done, and we're going to take care of it. But in the initial consultation, you explained both options, and both options very thoroughly, and also let me know that the root canal might not work, and then went on to explain the difference between cutting the gum or using the laser to go in and actually clean out that area.
I see.
So I was prepared
Okay.
that the root canal might not work, and so that made my decision to have the surgery a lot easier. It wasn't a tough decision anyway.
Okay.
But
So did you feel all throughout that it was your decision, or
Yes.
did you feel like I was making the decision for you?
no,
Okay.
you gave me the tools to make my own decision.
Okay, and that's key, I think. And I wanted people to hear it from you, not from me. But it's key that the patients do make a decision.
Yes.
You know, and we doctors are only your advisors, and the best we can do is give you the best information we have with the best projection we have. But ultimately, when at least I don't feel like I'm the god of root canal, and therefore I'm not infallible. And this is where I do my part of the job as the advisor, and then you as a patient, you get the tougher part of the job, which is to make the decision. I mean, I don't know if I told you the analogy back then, but I see you as Madam President, and I'm your top general, right?
Yes.
And top generals don't, as good as they might be, they don't get to make the calls. And
That's right.
Madam President, you made a great call to save this tooth. And what else, if anything, would you like to add for any patient out there, if there's anything at all?
I don't know if it's for any patient, more for other dentists.
I see.
I would hope that they would know about the process that you perform and the procedure, and how well you work with patients, and your staff is so excellent. And
Thank you.
helping make decisions and keeping you comfortable, checking during the procedure to make sure you're doing okay. But I just wish more dentists would be on board to save teeth and know this process and refer patients to you or someone like you.
That's right.
That it puts the patient first, and their decision gives them all the tools to make the right decision.
Oh, I love what you just said, because when I teach a root camp course, this is what I try to relay to doctors. And you just said it better than I could have, and in a shorter time. So would you like to teach a course with me? No. I think I tried to recruit you one time. And you said I've paid my dues. And I actually forgot one other question is, I don't remember, did you have numbness after the surgery?
I did a little bit, for maybe a month or two, but
I see.
That's gone away.
That's gone
all
completely,
fine.
right? And that also we discussed in the consultation. And again, this is all about planning. It's not about the doing. It's about planning ahead and knowing what to expect and going in together as a team, right?
Following the instructions you get after
that's right.
the
That's
surgery.
right.
That's important, I think. Some people don't, but if you do, you'll be fine.
Excellent. And just to close, Madam President, you saved a natural implant, and hopefully it's going to be there for many, many more years. And
hope so.
And like I said, Dr. McInnes will take it from here, and he'll continue the follow up and maintenance on the tooth. But we saw that dark spot go away, and I think the mission is. accomplished.
I think it is too.
All right. Thank you so much again for sharing with everyone here,
You're welcome.
Jen. And hopefully we've made a difference
hope so.
in
You've made a
in
difference
dentistry.
for me.
All right. Give me a high five right here. Ta-da! Have a good day, Jen. Thank you very much. Yes, yes.